Like when I hear the term, it's for defensive style weapons, I go, well, I have a handgun. I can use it to defend my house, or I can use it to shoot up a mall. So, but it's the
Okay.
same gun. So, like, when people say, like, defensive style weapons, like, we're giving defensive style weapons to Ukraine, what's the difference between defensive weapons and, I guess, offensive weapons? Because it's a weapon,
Okay, sure.
it can be used for the same thing. It's like, defensive, like Logan Airport, for example, it'd be like towers, right? You put up a tower, that's defense, because it doesn't go anywhere, it's stationary. It's like, what's the difference?
Okay, what's the difference? So in defense in general, right? You're around. There's the bank. There's whatever is considered the thing you're going to protect, and you put systems around that to defend that point. Whereas, like, if we're going to go attack something, we're going to go take it over. We're going to impose our will on it. Those systems are designed to assault, to attack, to affect damage on that thing, so we can take it over. Whereas what we do is to keep planes from getting close enough to it to fire missiles or launch bombs at it. That's what air defense artillery is. And it's kind of funny, 20 years later, in Ukraine, all of a sudden, my system. So Hawk, go back a little ways. Hawk's not used by the U.S. anymore. It was deprecated in the year 2000, but it's used all across the world still. And so they got a lot of Hawk units from Romania and other places to go to Ukraine and set to keep the Russians out. But they're defensive weapons. There's no real offensive capability because you have to set up the equipment, wait for the aircraft to come near enough to fire at it, and then fire at the aircraft. Whereas like an artillery system or a battleship or like a attack helicopter, those things are going out saying, hey, here's a target 50 miles away, go destroy it. Or it's more complicated than that, right? But that's the main difference. It's the action, attack versus defense.
Okay, so it has a lot to do with, like, positioning and how it's used.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, but defensive weapon could still, certain defensive weapons could be used for offensive.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
if we can point that missile at a target 10 miles away and fire a missile at it, it's going to be a bad day for that thing.
You go put it in my high school. Okay. All right, no more military talk. Let's talk about your podcast. Please no one bomb my high school. I like my high school for the most part.